everyone, it's Vicky here from Crafty Heaven and thank you very much for joining me today. This is the card we're going to be making today, and this is called the double twisted faux ribbon card. I would have thought you'd seen this all over Pinterest, on YouTube, so it's not my original idea, but when I saw it I thought it was a beautiful design and I wanted to give it a go. So really easy to do. So this is the first one that I've done, and I'm going to change the next one using the red card instead of the green. So you'll have to let me know which you prefer, if you prefer it with the green mat or the red one. So that's what we're going to be making today, and the products I'm going to be using is Creative Craft products. So this is the Merry and Bright A5 stamp set, and we're using the All is Merry and Bright sentiment. I'm using the Nestables oval die set, and then I'm using Simply Made Crafts Deck the Halls paper pack. So if these products are still in stock, I will link them down below. So with all that said, let's get started on making this beautiful card. So for our card base, I'm using a 5x7 card. So if you want to make up your own instead of having a shop bought one, you'll need a piece of card that is 10 inches by 7, and along the 10-inch side you will score at 5. Okay, and then you just fold that in half. We have a matte piece, and this is a red glitter cardstock. This piece measures 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and that will get glued onto our card base. And then we've got another white piece of card that I have actually gone in my scoreboard to make it look like I've used an embossing folder, and I'll tell you how I did that technique in just a second. But this piece measures 6 1/2 by 4 1/2, and all I did was I got my scoreboard and I lined up this point here and here in my scoreboard. So I'm just going to line it up at 6 inches. Okay, I got my scoring tool, started at that 6-inch groove and just scored down the middle, and then I went and scored at every 1/4 of an inch. Then I rotated it and lined up the points again and did the opposite side, and then I changed it around and lined that up and did the other side. So we have this crisscross effect. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so that's what I did. But if you have an embossing folder with that design, then you can use that or use any embossing folder, but I just wanted to do that technique. So I'm going to glue these 2 mats on top of my card base. Okay, so that's that bit ready. Now we're going to do the faux ribbon section. So for this, I've got a piece of white card, and this piece measures 2 3/8 by 6. And then I've got some red glitter card again, and this is 2 5/8 by 6 1/4. And when we've finished adding the strips of paper, they're going to glue together on there. So we're going to get the white piece, and you want to get your pencil and a ruler, and we're just going to tick mark at every 1/2 inch on this side and also this side. Okay, they're just guidelines for us to be able to line up our patterned paper. So I have 12 strips of patterned paper, and I've got 6 of one design and then 6 of the other design. Okay, and you'll need 12 pieces of patterned paper that measure 3 inches by 1/2 inch. So now we're going to line up our pattern paper with these tick marks. So you'll see here we have this first tick mark here, and then we have these 2 tick marks here. So I'm going to just lift this up to show you. So we're going to line up that edge with that first tick mark and making sure that we go off the cardstock, and then I'm going to line up this edge and this edge in between those two tick marks on the opposite side. Okay, our next one, and you'll see you have the 1/2 inch gap here and here. You're going to miss them completely. You're going to come down to the next one. So we have these 2 tick marks here and here, and you're just going to line up your paper in between those markings. Okay, so it would look like that, and glue that down. Okay, and then you're going to continue doing that all the way down with the green pieces. So I'll just explain again. So miss this 1/2 inch space here, add your pattern paper to the next 1/2 inch gap, miss this one, add your paper to the next one, and so on. Okay, so go ahead and do that to all those strips of paper. Okay, so that's those ones now added. Now we're going to add the second one, and these are going to go the opposite direction. So we're going to line up this bottom left corner here with this second strip here, and we're going to line up that corner with this edge here. Okay, so I'm just going to place that on there, and I just place my finger over the top, and then we want to move this top section up until we've got a nice point along the top and it looks all about even. So I think that will do. So we're going to glue that down, and then you're going to just continue adding your next strip, your next one. So this bottom corner here will line up with this corner here, and then this corner will line up with this one here. So we're going to lay that on top of there like so, and then you're just going to continue working your way down and gluing the rest of your strips down like that. Okay, and just keep going till you've got all the way to the bottom. Okay. And then all we need to do is just trim off the excess. So now we're going to glue this onto the red piece, and then I'm going to glue it to my card base, and then I've got my centering and I've stamped it and die cut the oval shape out. So the oval is 3 5/8 in height, and then 2.5 inch wide. I've added foam pads, so that will go on the top here. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my Stickles Christmas red and just add a few little dots on my card. So there we go, guys, that is the card all finished, and I think they look fantastic, really effective as well. So let me know if you prefer just the red matte or the red and green. I like the red, I think, but let me know in the comments. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Please continue to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button, and if the products that I've used in today's video are in stock, I will link them down below. Bye.